The bubonic plague, an infamous disease which wiped out over 50 million people during the 14th century alone. So what exactly was this ungodly affliction, and where did it come from? The bubonic plague was a bacterial disease spread by contaminated animals. It was introduced to Europe in 1347 by Italian sailors bringing it from China. When their ships arrived in a Sicilian port, the sailors were all dead and covered with swollen black buboes. From there, it spread like wildfire. The plague was especially prevalent in Europe for 3 reasons. Number 1, lack of sanitation. Sanitation was really, really bad in Elizabethan times. Their sewers were open, people would throw their poop out into the street, and fleas, lice, and rats were everywhere. Rats spread the plague by carrying the bacteria Y. pestis. Number 2, bad water. There was no running water in Elizabethan times. The river was polluted from the handling of sewage, and people relied on community pumps for water, which was a very easy way to spread typhoid or scarlet fever, which could be very deadly. Number 3, lack of information. Physicians relied heavily on ancient ideas based on Aristotle and Hippocrates. Astrology was a big part of treatments as well. Doctors also heavily prescribed bloodletting and forced vomiting to balance the humors or bodily fluids that represented earth, wind, fire, and air. However, there was a special kind of doctor for victims of the Black Death, the plague doctor. Meet Galileo. He wears black clothes to cover his whole body to protect himself from the plague. He wears a terrifying bird-like mask with good-smelling oils inside to purify the diseased air. He wears an amulet full of dried blood and ground-up toads, fend off the disease. Now, how does the plague doctor treat his patients? There were many different ways through which doctors would try to heal the ill. Some of the possible options included rubbing a warm poultice of butter and garlic on infected buboes, mixing up a concoction of mercury, arsenic, and dried unicorn horn for the patient to drink, and last but not least, strapping live chickens onto the swollen buboes